Have you ever woken up in the morning feeling like your stomach was heavy, your digestion sluggish, or even worrying that your gut health isn't what it used to be? At 60, 65, or 70 and beyond, our bodies go through so many changes. Foods that once felt easy and enjoyable now bring bloating or discomfort, and sometimes doctors even remind us to pay attention to the risk of colorectal cancer, a disease many older adults quietly face. But sometimes the solution doesn't come from something big or expensive. It can start with something small and familiar, right there in your breakfast yogurt. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? Could a tiny cup of yogurt, costing only a few cents, really help protect us from one of the most dangerous diseases in the world? The answer, as you'll see, is far more remarkable than you might imagine. As the years pass, our digestive system no longer works as powerfully as before. Do you notice you're more easily bloated, constipated, or uncomfortable than you were when younger? It's not that you've been eating wrong all this time. It's because the army of microbes in your intestines, the good bacteria that digest food, absorb nutrients, and protect your gut lining, slowly lose their balance. Think of your gut as a garden. When you're young, that garden is lush, filled with flowers and bees. But over the years, the soil weakens, the plants fade, weeds take over. That's when dangerous illnesses like colorectal cancer can find fertile ground to grow. But here's the good news. There's a little friend ready to help you care for that garden every single day: yogurt, with its live probiotics inside. Yogurt contains many beneficial bacteria, often called probiotics. These good microbes are like diligent gardeners. They clear out waste, restore balance, and keep the intestinal environment strong, making it difficult for abnormal cells to attack. When digestion is healthy, food is processed smoothly, waste is eliminated on time, and toxins, the culprits behind inflammation and even cancer, don't have a chance to build up. Many studies worldwide have shown that older adults who eat yogurt regularly have a lower risk of colorectal cancer than those who rarely or never eat it. The reason is clear. Yogurt doesn't just supply beneficial bacteria. It also reduces inflammation in the intestines, supports fiber digestion, and increases the production of short-chain fatty acids, protective compounds that shield the colon lining from cancerous cells. You might wonder, I'm already past 60, is yogurt still useful for me? The answer is yes. At this age, the benefits are even stronger. As the immune system weakens, adding natural probiotics every day is like giving your body an invisible suit of armor from the inside out. You'll notice fewer digestive issues, a lighter stomach, a better appetite, and more daily energy. I remember talking with one of my students, an older woman who shared that she had suffered from constipation for years, sometimes going only once or twice a week, feeling heavy and uncomfortable all the time. After I suggested eating 1 cup of yogurt every morning with soft fruits like banana or papaya and drinking enough water, within just a few weeks she felt lighter, her sleep improved, and her mood lifted. Sometimes it's these simple things that bring the biggest improvements in quality of life. Another benefit, often overlooked, is that yogurt is rich in calcium and vitamin D2, nutrients especially vital for bones and joints as we age. Strong bones mean we can move easily, sit down and stand up without pain, and reduce the risk of falls. This indirectly lowers the risk of colorectal cancer too, because a body that moves regularly keeps the digestive system healthy, ensuring food is processed and waste eliminated properly. Picture this. One morning, instead of skipping breakfast or grabbing instant noodles, you prepare a cup of chilled yogurt, add a few slices of kiwi, some oats, and a handful of crunchy walnuts. Just a few minutes, but you've given your gut a nutritional treasure to nourish your microbiome. It's not a strict diet, it's not exhausting exercise, just a small, easy habit with big benefits for your digestion and your longevity. And here's something even better. Yogurt helps reduce inflammation. After 60, Many complain about stomach pain, indigestion, or fatigue after meals. Harmful bacteria in the gut release inflammatory compounds, damaging the intestinal lining, raising the risk of polyps that may eventually turn into cancer. But probiotics from yogurt act like an extra army of friends, holding harmful bacteria in check like guards protecting your colon. The beauty of yogurt goes even further. It doesn't just help your gut, it can also improve your mood. There's something scientists call the gut-brain axis. Simply put, your gut and your brain are deeply connected through nerves and hormones. When the gut is balanced, your body produces more neurotransmitters that keep your brain happy, leaving you less anxious, more positive, and mentally clear. And after 60, keeping the mind youthful and optimistic is one of the keys to living healthy and happy. That's why I believe starting the day with yogurt isn't just about food. It's a way of sending love to your own body. It's like whispering to yourself, today, I still have the strength to care for myself, to enjoy life, to laugh, to love, and to keep moving forward. When you eat yogurt, try making it a little ritual. Place the cup on the table, add some fresh fruit, sprinkle on nuts or almonds. Eat slowly. Breathe deeply, smile. Your body remembers that care. Over time, you'll notice real change, a steadier digestive system, a lighter stomach, a brighter mood. And when your gut is healthy, your body absorbs nutrients more effectively, and your immune system works better. That means protection against many diseases, especially colorectal cancer, one of the most common cancers in people. That means every spoonful of yogurt doesn't just help your digestion, it's also an act of protection for your future. And perhaps the best part? This is such an easy habit to begin. You don't need to overhaul your life, follow a strict diet, or spend money on complex programs. All you need is to set aside a few minutes each morning or evening for a cup of yogurt. Small, simple, steady. Over time, it becomes invisible armor, guarding you against disease and helping you live healthier, happier, and longer. There's something fascinating that many people don't know. Our intestines contain trillions of bacteria, even more than the number of cells in our entire body. A small portion of these bacteria can be harmful, but most are our quiet companions, helping us digest food, produce vitamins, and regulate the immune system. And every time we eat yogurt, we're sending in new friends to strengthen this army. Think of it this way. Inside your body is a vast city, home to millions of bacterial residents. When these residents live peacefully and work together, the city runs smoothly. But when too many troublemakers arrive, chaos follows. The streets get clogged, trash piles up, and disaster like colorectal cancer begins to loom. In this picture, yogurt acts like a skilled police force, restoring order, cleaning up waste, and bringing balance back to the city. A study in the United States once showed that people who ate yogurt at least 3 times a week had a much lower risk of developing adenomatous polyps, the precursors to colorectal cancer, compared to those who didn't. Polyps may sound unfamiliar, but they're actually quite common in people over 50. The danger is that in the early stages, polyps usually cause no pain and no clear symptoms, so they're easy to miss. It's only when they transform into cancerous cells that they're discovered, and by then, treatment is far more difficult. That's why adding probiotics early on is like building a protective fence, stopping polyps before they can become cancer. Beyond preventing polyps, yogurt has another powerful benefit. It reduces chronic inflammation in the gut. You may have heard the word inflammation. It's the body's response to injury. But when inflammation drags on, it's like a fire quietly smoldering inside a house, draining energy and causing damage everywhere. In the gut, chronic inflammation is one of the factors that encourages cancer cells to form. The probiotics in yogurt help calm that fire, lowering toxins and making the intestinal environment healthier and more peaceful. Something I love to share with older friends is that yogurt doesn't have to be boring. Many people think eating yogurt just means opening a cup and spooning it down until they get tired of it. But in reality, yogurt can be creative and enjoyable. You can mix it with soft oats, add slices of ripe banana, and sprinkle almonds or walnuts on top. Suddenly you have a parfait that looks like it came from a cafe. Or if you prefer something fresh, just add mango, strawberries, or papaya to a cup of yogurt, and you've created a meal that's both delicious and good for your gut. I once visited a man in his 70s who was afraid to eat cold foods, believing yogurt would upset his stomach. But after trying the simple trick of letting yogurt sit at room sweet potato, the result was sweet, creamy, easy to digest, and full of fiber, a key factor in lowering the risk of colorectal cancer. And that's the point I want to emphasize. Yogurt plus fiber is the perfect pair. Yogurt provides probiotics, and fiber is the food those probiotics need to thrive. When you eat vegetables, fruits, and whole grains along with yogurt, you're giving the good bacteria exactly what they need to multiply, overpower the bad bacteria, and strengthen your gut's defenses. Another detail that often gets overlooked is the fat content in yogurt. Many people worry that eating full-fat yogurt will cause weight gain or harm the heart. But the truth is, today there are plenty of low-fat, sugar-free, or low-sugar options to choose from. Pick the right type, and you can enjoy the full benefits without worry. And for older adults, maintaining a healthy weight and avoiding obesity is a major step toward lowering the risk of colorectal cancer. Here's another interesting fact. Yogurt can even reduce some of the damage from unhealthy foods we occasionally eat. For example, when you eat red meat or processed foods, harmful compounds are more likely to form in the gut. But if you combine those meals with yogurt, or simply eat yogurt regularly, the probiotics can help neutralize some of those effects and ease the burden on your digestive system. Of course, that doesn't mean you should eat unhealthy foods freely, but yogurt clearly acts as a useful ally in keeping balance. And just as important is this, consistency. Many people start with enthusiasm, buying packs of yogurt and eating them for a few days, only to stop when the excitement fades. But remember, yogurt isn't a magic pill you take once for instant results. It's a lifestyle habit. You don't need a lot, just 1 or 2 small cups a day. Maybe in the morning with fruit, or in the evening as a light snack after dinner. What matters is making it a natural part of your everyday life. Once the habit is formed, you'll be amazed at how your body changes. Bowel movements become easier, bloating decreases, your mood feels lighter, and even your skin may look healthier. Some older adults even share that after a few months of daily yogurt, they caught fewer colds and felt less worn down by seasonal illnesses. That's because their immune system was quietly growing stronger, supported by their gut microbiome. So picture this. Each little cup of yogurt is actually a dose of natural vaccine for your gut. It doesn't cause pain, it doesn't cost much, and it doesn't come with harmful side effects. Instead, it works gently and steadily, day after day, strengthening your body's defenses against serious diseases like colorectal cancer. And beyond protection, it brings a small daily joy, the comforting feeling that your body is being nourished and cared for. You know, many times we think that preventing cancer or other serious diseases requires something big, something difficult. But the truth is different. Often, it's the small changes, done consistently every day, that make the biggest difference. Eating yogurt isn't the only secret to protecting your gut, but it's one of the simplest, easiest to maintain habits that can have long-lasting effects, and anyone can start it right now. Someone once asked me, but if you water it every day, add a little fertilizer, let it bask in sunlight, over time it grows strong, steady, and full of shade. Our intestines are the same. 1 cup of yogurt today may seem small, but after months or years, you'll see yourself healthier, less sick, and more confident in your own well-being. And remember, eating yogurt isn't just about preventing disease. It's also about living more fully. A healthy digestive system absorbs nutrients better, which means more energy to play with your grandchildren, to take walks, to join gatherings with friends. It even helps you sleep better, because when your stomach feels comfortable, you toss and turn less at night. And deep, restful sleep naturally strengthens your immune system, protecting you from many illnesses. There's a link that science calls the gut-brain axis. It's truly fascinating. When you care for your gut, you're also caring for your brain. The probiotics in yogurt produce substances like serotonin, often called the happiness hormone. That means 1 cup of yogurt doesn't just ease your stomach, it also lifts your mood and brightens your spirit. After 60, when many worry about memory, loneliness, or stress, even a little inner support can be priceless. I've seen many lives transformed by simple habits like this. One older man told me that after starting the routine of eating yogurt every night, his stomach felt lighter and constipation was no longer a worry. What surprised him even more was that he began sleeping peacefully, and in the mornings his mind felt clear. That small change gave him the energy to return to an old passion painting. He said that each morning, sitting by the window with a cup of yogurt, a few slices of fruit, and his paintbrush, life felt calm and deeply meaningful again. You see, health isn't just test results or a doctor's diagnosis. Health is the daily feeling that you can enjoy life, do the things you love, without being chained by pain, fatigue, or fear. And a strong body begins in the gut, the entry point for all nutrients, the headquarters of the immune system. When you care for your gut with something as simple as yogurt, you're investing in your happiness and your freedom. Maybe you're thinking, I'd like to start, but is it too late for me? Let me reassure you, it is never too late. Whether you're 60, 70, or 80, the body still knows how to respond when it's cared for. Even if you've never followed a healthy eating routine before, today can still be your first day to change. Just buy a few cups of yogurt, keep them in the fridge, and decide that tomorrow morning you'll start the day with a spoonful of cool, refreshing yogurt. Each small step like that leads you toward a healthier future. And let me remind you of this. Choose the right yogurt. The best is unsweetened or low sugar, so you don't burden your blood sugar or weight. If you prefer it sweet. Together, you'll feel healthier, more resilient, and far happier. The most important thing I want you to take away is this. Health is not out of reach. You don't need to change your whole life or do something grand and overwhelming. Just the small, right, consistent things like eating 1 cup of yogurt every day are enough to transform your life. Imagine if for 1 full year you keep this habit. That's over 300 days of protecting your gut, feeding good bacteria, lowering your risk of disease. The reward of that consistency will be a stronger body, a calmer mind, and a more peaceful life. So why not start tomorrow? Let yogurt be more than just food. Let it be a message of love to your body. Each spoonful is a reminder that you deserve good health, a long life, and joy that fills your days. If you find this video helpful, I'd love for you to share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you already eat yogurt regularly? And how has it changed your body? Your story might become inspiration for many others. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss more content that helps us live well, live happy every day. Always remember, aging is not the enemy. Age is just a number. What matters is how we choose to live each day. And you can absolutely choose to live healthy, to live joyfully, starting with the simplest things. A cup of yogurt, a smile, a slow morning walk in the sunshine, all of these can become the foundation for a long, meaningful, fulfilling life. So lift your cup of yogurt, and let's toast to a new journey, a journey of health, of joy, and of years filled with hope ahead. Because you deserve it today, tomorrow, and always. When we think of old age, many people are afraid, imagining it as a time when the body grows weak, illnesses arrive, and joy fades. But you know, Growing old can also be the most beautiful stage of life if we know how to take care of ourselves, if we know how to nurture health through small things. And yogurt is a symbol of that. It reminds us that life doesn't need to be complicated or extravagant, with steady commitment to simple but right choices. A cup of yogurt in the morning or evening is not only a nutritional habit, but also a sign that you are caring for yourself, something we sometimes forgot during those hectic years. I want you to picture this. Every time you open a cup of yogurt, you are also opening a new opportunity for your health. The probiotics inside work silently for hours in your gut, protecting the lining, supporting digestion, reducing the risk of inflammation. It's like having a loyal friend who stays by your side, never complains, never asks for anything, only quietly shields you from hidden dangers. And over time, you'll realize you've given yourself a precious gift: peace of mind. What moves me most is hearing from older friends who've adopted this habit and seen real change. One man, just living longer, but living more comfortably in each moment. And I believe that's the true meaning of caring for yourself in your later years. Think about it. If you spend just a few minutes each, balance in your gut's microbiome, balance in your sleep, balance in your mind. And when we have balance, we truly have the freedom to live the way we want. I believe everyone over 60 deserves such. A life not haunted by disease, not weighed down by pain, but a life with joy, with freedom, with peaceful days. And the wonderful thing is, you can begin that journey today with something as simple as a cup of yogurt. If you've ever doubted the value of small habits, I hope that after hearing this, you'll gain new faith. Never underestimate small changes. They are the foundation of great and constant worries about your health. And I want you to try this. Tomorrow morning, instead of skipping breakfast or rushing through a meal, begin your day with a cup of yogurt. Savor its coolness, its gentle taste. Let your body absorb the full benefit of those tiny but powerful probiotics. And as you do, remember the message you're sending. I value myself, I love myself, and I deserve to be. Your story might inspire someone else who is searching for hope and motivation. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can continue walking together on this journey of health in our later years. Remember, no one can turn back time, but we can absolutely choose how we live in these years. And you have the right to choose a life that is healthy, joyful, and light, starting with the simplest of things. A cup of yogurt, a smile, a little moment of self-care, all of these can make a difference. So today, I want to leave you with a blessing. May you always carry peace in your heart, strength in your body, and brightness in every moment. Treasure each day, because every day is a gift. And sometimes, that gift begins with something as small as a cup of yogurt, yet inside it holds love and life itself.